My name's Selman Kurtoglu Jr. I'm the Manager of External Affairs and Strategic Engagement at Haugland Group. We are a civil and electrical infrastructure construction company. Today we have 4 programs that have graduated this year, all supporting workforce training in energy infrastructure and the construction services that we actually relate to at work. What was great was that we've kind of worked with the ecosystem of the community to develop these programs. And it took all hands on deck to put this together. It's not something that we just did ourselves. It took many months of prep work, a lot of meetings, a lot of coming together and realizing, like, what's the bigger issue here? What's the issue, right? Is it the skills gap? Is it, the infrastructure demands of the state overall? Or what is it? So coming together, most of these programs were 6 weeks long, right? And after maybe the first or second week, a lot of thoughts and a lot of perspectives changed from the participants, where at first they had no idea what they were getting into, and coming into these programs they now realize that it's a critical role that they're having, learning about the work that goes into infrastructure overall, and understanding the demand and the technologies that go with it. And so as a community across the state, these programs have come together for the betterment of their communities that they live and play in, and hopefully one day they can work in. For me, the most, successful part of this program was the engagement from the participants. As I said before, I think they had no idea what they were getting into, and for me, it was a great deal to see that students are now adjusting their career path to support the infrastructure realm, or the infrastructure world, excuse me. It sits in such high demand overall in the state, and so to me, that's what was most important. People who are in this industry overall have a friend or have a family member that are part of the workforce composition that we work with. And so we wanted to bring this opportunity, this giving, this family-sustaining opportunity in life to the communities that don't really get the attention that they should. And so we work with the disadvantaged communities in the state to offer programs near the areas that we work so that they can learn about the work that we're doing. And the goal is to pipeline them into the projects that we have in the future. I think it's the exposure, and which is one of the first early steps that a lot of us have to work on, not just ourselves, but I think understanding the needs of the industry, right? And the exposure is the most important thing. I mean, we're here today at Citi Field, and as a fanatic of the team, you don't really just wake up one day and say, oh my God, I'm a Mets fan, right? Like, it's early on that you got exposed to the team, the club, understanding the history. And I think we need to follow the same thing with the industry overall, right? If we're able to create exposure about the industry, about the opportunities, the work that's going into people's communities early on, they'll take it like sponges, right? And so that's when they'll start showing an interest, engage more into development, training, the certifications, what they need to do to get into that role so that they can work in this project or the projects overall. So we're here today at Citi Field, the home of the New York Mets. And just like careers, you don't wake up one day and realize, oh, I'm a Mets fan, right? You're engaged early on, you're exposed to the history of the team, what accolades they've achieved over the years, and I think it's very similar to that in careers of working in civil and electrical infrastructure overall. We have to create exposure for these youth in these communities that we're creating these programs in, so that they know that there's an opportunity that's family sustaining for them post high school, right, and continuing education. And so, we work together with all levels of the ecosystem to create programs like this, focused on energy infrastructure, may that be the different solutions to energy, transmission, efficient energy infrastructure overall. And yeah, I think, today there's a lot of students in these programs who, are going to be realigning their careers to support the next generation of the workforce and energy infrastructure.